Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day in June. I had the pleasure of going to Breckenridge, I guess last week, to my favorite place in Colorado. And my favorite place now has other favorite places to go with it, with a guy you all may know from here, and one of my favorite people in any place. That's a stupid introduction. But we love Matt Vawter. Matt, welcome. And you are Rootstock and Radicato and Threefold in Breckenridge.
Yes. Thanks for having me, Gabby.
Oh, thanks for being there because you just come here. First of all, I don't know why anybody goes any place but Breckenridge. It is so beautiful.
It's a fun little town, and yeah, we're as you know, you were here last week. We're hitting the summer season now, and everything's bloomed, and wildflowers are starting to come out, and it's not as hot as Denver, that's for certain.
Well, the flowers that were gorgeous, but it's such a wonderful, the paths, and you can go on the same hikes, you can do all the things there. And it's an hour and a half away,
Right.
and it's just beautiful. Okay, where do we start? Do you want to start with the new place, Threefold Bakery?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. So Threefold, it's a really unique and fun partnership between some good friends of mine that all have roots in Denver and Colorado as well. So Sean McGahee and Melissa Yank McGahee. They're a couple out in California. But Sean and I actually worked together in Breckenridge back in 2005 through 2006. And then the three of us all worked together at Mercantile Dining and Provision back in 2014. And they've made home out in Healdsburg, California. Sean and Melissa, but Sean was the first one to work with Single Thread. He was the head chef there as they opened, and then kind of made their mark in the United States and worldwide dining scene with three Michelin stars. And
Oh,
Melissa kind of bounced around California, worked at different bakeries. Um, Most notably, I would say, is probably Justa in Los Angeles, and then she made the bread for Single Thread. And now they have their own bakeries, Quail and Condor and Troubadour. Troubadour is a sourdough bakery, but also flips into a really fun little dinner spot where they do a prefix menu. And yeah, just really good friends. They obviously have ties and family ties to Colorado, and we've been talking about doing this for a few years now. Finally found the right space, and we all partnered up and opened up Threefold, which is our version of a classic bakery. So we do long fermented sourdough, all naturally leavened. We do viennoiseries, so all of your laminated croissants, and pain au chocolat, ham and cheese, things like that. And then at lunchtime, we do more your kind of European style sandwiches where there's just sandwiches ready in the pastry case, and you walk in. I'll take that one, and on your way. So
I took three for two of us, and that was before coming to dinner. The breads are incredible. The
thank you.
croissants were divine, and I'm sure they still are, the ones in my stomach. And the sandwiches were unbelievable.
Yeah. With Rootstock and Radicato, and I think you had me on here pre-Radicato, and I had opened Rootstock. But really for the community, we're a small little town. There's only 4,500 people that live here full time. Certainly, we have an influx of tourists during certain times of the year based on skiing and then summer activities. But I'm not blind to the fact that Rootstock and Radicato are higher end restaurants that carry a price tag, and the bakery was really about creating something that people could access in the community with frequency, and have good food, have nutritious food, have bread that is going to be good for them on a daily basis, and that's
It,
what we did.
it's wonderful. And you're open every day there, right?
All the restaurants are 7 days a week. Yes. Yeah.
All right. So just because there's Radicato or Rootstock, where are we going?
We'll go back to the original, I guess. So Rootstock, yeah, opened in 2020. People thought I was nuts. I opened in December of 2020, during all of the regulations and dining capacity challenges, all of those things. But we're creeping up on 6 years old now,
Broke.
which
I,
is crazy.
I think it's the best place in Colorado.
Well,
I
thank
really,
you. Thank you.
and having just been to Aspen, let me tell you, nothing compares.
Well, thank you so much.
You're,
Um,
you may be upscale, not a pricey, or you're not as pricey as there,
sure.
but the food, you still could come in, it's casual, you are treated magnificently. I
That
mean,
was always in the kind of ethos behind opening both of those restaurants, is approachability and the tasting menu and white tablecloth and things like that. And we've done tasting menus at Rootstock, and we still do at our chef's counter, but we really just want that restaurant to be a place where you feel at home. It's in an 1880s Victorian home right on Main Street. We want people to feel welcome and calm and in a place where they can just enjoy dinner and their company and the aesthetic of the restaurant and have a good time.
and
So,
the food is magnificent. I mean, I'm sorry, I have had good tomatoes in some restaurants, but I don't know what you do to a tomato in rootstock, which sounds stupid, but I've never eaten tomatoes that taste like that.
well, the ethos and kind of philosophy behind the food at Rootstock was really just rooted in technique, sourcing, and trying to use the best products that we can get our hands on at that moment. We're incredibly seasonal. I think we're creeping up on, well, we'd be 5.5 years old this month. And I think we're on our 49th menu
Oh, I believe
in
it. I mean,
five and a half years. So we really try to change with a lot of frequency, and the farmers are the ones that determine when that's going to happen. So,
we were fighting over carrots. I mean, it's
yeah.
not too often I say, oh, could I have another carrot? But I mean, nothing tastes like a carrot. It tastes like a carrot, but what I have never had anything that is not, and it's so innovative.
Thank you. Yeah, we just Rootstock's fun, and we change the menu a lot. We really try to create something that if you're coming in once a month, you're going to see different things,
Wish I could.
and and yeah, just a place that the community can all feel really special about having on Main Street. And then I think as a visitor, whether you're from out of state and coming in on a ski vacation, or if you're just coming up from Denver, that place that you're looking forward to while you're in Breckenridge, and year over year, if you're on your yearly ski vacation where you come out the same week every year, we've started to see those guests where we see them every January or we see them every February, and we have for years now, which is, I think, the most fun part about restaurants in general, but has certainly been a lot of fun in the mountains.
Well,
And then
crap.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go.
I was gonna just kind of branch into Radicato, that we really
Okay.
share the same thought process behind everything we do there. Just everything is inspired by Italy.
Well,
Um,
excuse me, my problem is which one am I going to go to if I have one day?
sure.
Because they are both incredible. Now go to Radical.
Okay, so it was our second restaurant we opened in. Gosh, I'm gonna have to figure out the math here. It was about a year and a half after we had opened Rootstock, so 2022, I believe. We, I think have always loved making pasta in the kitchen. It's been something I really started to learn at fruition, back in the early 2000s, and I've traveled a lot to Italy. it brings me a lot of happiness, and honestly, we just created a restaurant around that. Certainly we serve more than just pasta, but that's where the concept and the idea came to be, was just around how do we make a restaurant where we get to make handmade pasta all the time. So
Well, your pasta at both places are incredible. In Radicato, we had fish in pasta, I believe, that was wonderful when we were there. And they're both on Main Street. And so is the
correct.
bakery. Everything's on Main Street.
Yeah, we've kind of created a little triangle. The Rootstock's on the north end of Main Street, and then Radicato's on the second floor, kind of right in the center of town in the Blue River Plaza. And then the bakery has a Main Street address, but it's just steps off of Main Street on the what would be the east side of Main Street, closer towards the south end at the 100 block. So
I can't tell you blocks, but it's all walkable.
yes, well, our little town's I think only 7 blocks long. So
Oh, no wonder I could walk it so fast.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, now, am I allowed to say this? For if you are going and do not have a lot of money, your happy hour at Rootstock has got to be, I couldn't eat in Denver for that price.
Sure. Yeah, so we've done happy hour at both restaurants since day one, and my thought process on that is like I really I think the approachability for the community. We're a small little town where word of mouth is a real thing, and you know, as locals, I think people work really hard. We go through some seasonal shifts where the mud seasons in this town are hard, and people aren't making as much money as they are when we're in season. And I realized that a lot is built on word of mouth. If you're riding the lift as a visitor, getting ready to go skiing, you're asking, "Hey, where should I go eat?" If you're cruising around town, you're asking the locals, as we all do when we go on vacation. And for me, the happy hour is really about creating a place where all those people that maybe don't have the cash flow to come in and dine at Rootstock or Radicato, and really throw down. Hopefully, they can come in and eat happy hour, receive the same level of cuisine, same level of beverage program, just at a lesser price. And then that turns into our word of mouth around town. So.
Well, if I were in Breckenridge, I would probably eat at your restaurant more than I eat at home. I mean,
Yeah.
the more expensive part's incredible, but I never saw so many wonderful things even for a happy hour.
It's a great little structure of a menu for sure.
Oh,
And the burgers kind of developed a bit of a cult following at this point. So,
and I'm a burger fan.
yeah.
So, I mean, it was, God bless you. It is just fabulous. Now, are you doing, and you have a fabulous wine and cocktail program too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The wine program, unfortunately, Madison, who, was with me for 3 to 4 years at Mercantile, and then she was with Tavernetta and Sunday Vinyl after that, and then came and opened Rootstock. She we hate to see her go, but she's found a position out in California making wine, so we're really excited for her. She'll be departing in the next week, but Erica, one of our assistant managers and co-wine director, she's stepping up to the plate and will be taking over the reins on the wine program next week. So I'm really excited to see where the wine program goes. I know that a lot of her training came from Madison, so much will shine through. But also, I'm excited to see her put her mark on what that looks like in the future, and her taste and palate, and what she's looking forward to having on the list at both restaurants. And then, with the cocktail program, I think we've always approached that with the same thought process on the food, that it should be very seasonal. It should switch with frequency. We shouldn't have the same cocktails year round. And our guys and gals always seem to be using a lot of food out of the kitchen straight from the farms that we're working with in the cocktail program, which I think is really fun as well. So
Well, both places are totally amazing. And big summer events quickly to
up
have.
here, you know, we always have a lot going on in town as far as outdoor stuff. The newest thing this year is the wild flower, not fire, festival that will be happening, or Wildflower Week. And I think that's the second week of July, third week of July. We're getting ready for our 4th of July festivities, huge parade, bike race,
And you
things
stay
like
open.
that. We stay open. Well, that's not 100% true. I closed the fine dining restaurants on 4th of July, but the bakery will be open.
Okay.
Um, and then, yeah, we're looking forward to a big event in October, that's going to be up at the Country Boy Mine, where we're going to bring in chefs from all over the place and do an outdoor cooking strolling event up at an actual working mine called Country Boy Mine that's just outside of town, overlooking the 10 mile range. So that'll be in October.
Okay, before we run out of time, how do people who are watching this get in touch with you?
With the restaurants,
Yes.
I think easiest is through the websites. So Rootstock Breck, Radicato Breck, and Threefold Breck are all the websites. You can certainly, we don't take reservations at the bakery, but the two restaurants, there's links to make reservations there. Pretty
Which I
easy and
think is
user
a
friendly.
good idea.
What's that?
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I don't know how we'd pull that off. It's a pretty teeny space. So
Well, yeah, you do need it. You know what? You are wonderful. The service is wonderful. Everything about that place will make anybody smile and happy. I mean, that's you just have to be happy if you go to Rootstock, Radicato, and the bakery, of course, but I'm talking about dining too.
yeah, well, thank you so much. We're really proud of what we built up here. So
But you should be. I'm
yeah.
proud of you too. You guys are terrific. And I know we have about 1 minute left, so I'm going to say, please like and subscribe to the Gabb, GABB / Gourmet on YouTube. Gabby Gourmet, you can find me Instagram and Facebook and see this rule. Matt, I adore you. And to anybody who's watching, Matt is coming down for Gather and Sow, the Food Bank of the Rockies event, September 17th. And you can all meet him in person, and he is wonderful. I didn't say that to you, but you are.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Love you. Thank
All
you
right.
for
Love you too. Bye.
talking.